Good afternoon, everyone. Today is August the 2nd, 2015, and it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Just so you know, I'm going to be uploading one a week now, hopefully on Sunday. That'll be my target, and so look for that. Also, before I get into this, remember, whatsoever God does to me, He will do to the church. So I'm a picture of what God's going to do to the church, all right? Now, I want to talk about something complex today, so bear with me, all right? Let me give you a little history. Back in 2014, towards the end of it, you can go look up the actual video. Every time I have a dream or something like that, I share it with you guys in video form so you can see what I'm telling you is the truth. I had this dream, and in the dream, this is what I saw. I saw two lotteries. There was the Powerball, it was at 80 million, and there was a Mega Millions. And I couldn't make out what the number was, but I knew it was double digits, okay? And in this dream, the Powerball fell, which means somebody won it. It was at 80, and it falls, it resets to 40 whenever somebody wins it, right? So anyway, in the dream, I see it fall, knowing that somebody won it. And immediately in the dream, I knew this one was mine, okay? That's what I had dreamt, and I knew this dream was telling me how to spot which one was mine, okay? Well, a few months goes by, and it sets up just as I had dreamt it. And that's how you know that a dream is from God, that thing will come to pass, right? So it comes and sets up exactly the way that God had showed to me. And then somebody else won it, the Mega Millions, someone had won it, which is contradictory to what God had told me. So I was somewhat confused and thought, how can these two things be true? How can the Word of God be true and yet this other event has taken place? And I realized that the way this things happen is that I have assumed that the first time it sets up is mine. It wasn't said that. I was told this is what it will look like, right? So in analyzing that, I realized that, okay, it will set up yet again. And a couple months later, sure enough, it had set up yet again. And then a couple weeks ago, somebody else won that one. So of course, it leads me to consume, okay, it'll set up yet again. But it started to bother me. There's something about it that didn't quite set right. And when I analyzed it, I said, okay, what is the purpose for God giving you a dream, right? It's to give you information, knowledge, something that you can use. There's some utility to it, right? Because His Word is truth, and that's what truth has over fiction, is utility. So what is it that I'm supposed to be gleaning from this? And if the dream is designed to show you which one is yours, how can I ever know that one's mine when it could always be the next time it sets up, or the next time it sets up, or the next? I mean, it had already set up twice, and now I'm looking at the third time. It could be the fourth. But when I said third time, it hit something in my memory. There was something about third, that I was supposed to have remembered. That it was vague in my mind. I couldn't remember what it was, but there was something about 3 that I was supposed to know. And so I started to think about it, and it dawned on me. We've had the knowledge and the information right in front of us the entire time, but we'd overlooked it. And I knew when I had shared it with you that I didn't have complete understanding of it, and knew that when it was time, God would reveal it to me, and well, it's time, and He has revealed it. Back in, let's see, March 17th, I believe, I uploaded a video. And in that video, I talk about a series of dreams that I had, 3 different dreams. And they're all one dream, but broken into 3 different scenes, if you will. And I knew that it had information pertaining to my life, but I didn't understand all the pieces. So today I'm going to expound to you the first of those 3 parts, but I will also include the entire video linked below in the description of this video, so that you can go watch it for yourself if you'd like to. But anyway, I'm going to talk about that first part of that dream, okay? And in this first part of the dream, I see myself in what looks like a factory kind of a place. It's some industrial environment. And there's one other individual in the dream with me. He's a larger man than me, meaning taller, broader shoulder, like stronger kind of a guy. And he's working there, and I'm working, and I see myself just kind of going through the motions, if you will. And then all of a sudden it dawns on myself in the dream that I have 3 days. And in those 3 days, I must learn everything I can from this individual, because after those 3 days, I own the entire thing and I have to run it, right? That was the first part of that dream. And at the time, I knew that the 3 days in the dream were symbolic of something. I knew it wasn't literal, it wasn't 3 days later, but it meant something. I didn't know what, though. Somebody had mentioned in the comments of that particular video that they believed that the 3 days were 3 months. That turned out to be not accurate. As of a couple weeks ago, when somebody else had won that second time it set up, I knew the interpretation. The interpretation was it will set up 3 times. And so that's what that has to do with. And then the whole learning process, as you're learning from this individual, that's actually the reading of all the books that I've been reading. And the industrial environment is the industry that I'm talking about. God has already told me as a prophet, he said, okay, this is the things that I've given you that I know of thus far. And one is the lottery and the other is the stock market. Those are two things that God's giving to the church. So whatever he does to me, he will do to the church, right? To you, okay? And so this is one of those things I'm just sharing with you because I now know it, I now see it, and I'm sharing it with you guys ahead of time. The next time it sets up will be the third time, and that will be a very important time. But up till that point, you should be studying, preparing, building your knowledge base so that you're capable of managing what God's going to give you, all right? The wealth of the wicked laid up for the righteous, and when he gives you that, he expects you to be able to manage it, right? So be sure that you're capable of doing that by studying. And that doesn't mean that I'm studying all these books in lieu of the scriptures. No, every single day I read the word from of God, and then I start studying my other work that I have to do, okay? So don't sacrifice one for the other. It's not necessary. I can't speak today. Okay, that's all I want to share with you guys today. God bless, take care, and I will see you in the next one next week.